It's beautiful, isn't it? It handles well, it has a great feel, but even when I was little, I really wanted to actually have it. I even failed at building it multiple times. Now, I should be able to. And I'll bring you all along with me to build something that I still consider to this day really legendary. I have already spoken on stream about it multiple times and even made reference to it here and there. But for those who do not know, the Conference Call is a legendary shotgun in Borderlands 2 made by the fictional company Hyperion. Its gimmick is that its shots can penetrate and each bullet spreads a copy of itself to the sides. A truly nasty weapon that pings everyone all at once, quite literally. And now, with experience that I have under my belt, with a few years of making props from quite little trash to actually finally printed things that helped me out or just look pretty on my wall. With even some commendations from making props for Sea of Thieves thrice, it is time for me to check off my old list of things I want to have. So, with references in my browser and the stream turned on, I started modeling as closely as I could whilst having a good chatter with my stream as well. Admittedly, I was very nervous. This gun was my most favorite gun and I wanted to remake it as close as possible. I have learned to model for a reason so I can give it my best. It is not perfect, but it is unique to me. Even with the references, I doubt I could have done it justice. Once the model was done, it was time to slice it as best that I could. My 3D printer, I lovingly call the box of wondrous junk, will be sweating with it in the works for at least a day and a half. I'll be honest, it was a pain in the back to actually slice it so that I can have an idea how to actually assemble it. But I knew one thing. It needed better stability than just the plastic itself. It needed dowels. I measured 1 centimeter or 0.4 inches in diameter and made it so that they can only be stuck in. If I wanted it to be permanent, I'd need to glue it together with some very strong glue. But once the slicing was done and I was sure my printer could handle it, it went on and started printing layer by layer. And all I needed to do was wait patiently. After the print, I needed to, of course, remove that pesky support and start working on smoothing it. I have my tricks, but one that has definitely helped me was a mixture of mixing acetone with wood filler. It would easily fill in the grooves of the print and make it easier to sand. Of course, with protective gear. Additionally, I wanted to make a scope that works. So I snooped around and found a list of scopes. Ooh, this one I can build, I think. So I went to the model in Tinkercad, got the measurements on my gun, the slot where some acrylic glass will slide in, and then ported all of that into Blender, where I modeled the looks of the scope as closely as I could. And of course, after a few failed prints, I decided to make it as scuffed as possible and cut it to glue it all together. And after a good priming, it was time to paint it. On stream. I also wanted to use something new.
The almighty airbrush.
A tool I was not very good with and haven't critically improved, but has shown its use drastically quick after a small test, and I am a firm believer. This makes my monkey brain go. Yeah, I had a lot of fun with that thing, maybe too much. Working on the acrylic glass, I had to get a small saw to actually cut it as close as possible to a fitting circle. It was not easy, but it turned out well enough. Then, to give it that scoping ability, I had to use something peculiar that I like to do here and there. I squeezed a bit of gold paint and painted onto the scope with a toothpick. Now that is a proper torque scope, but we are now fast approaching the final challenge. It was a weapon from Borderlands, so it needs to be cel shaded. I would have kept it the way it is, but I had a feeling it would look even better with it. Problem? I was of course scared of screwing up. So after some very thorough research of cel shading, finding the thickest of Sharpies and a few test scratches, I went on it. I kept going and made sure that I did not overdo it or underwhelm it. Every proper edge needed strength. Every corner needed that highlight. Every detail needed to stick out no matter where you look at it from. It needs to look like it's been drawn. Once I was satisfied, I took a good look at it, correcting and adding when necessary, and
Greetings, random citizens. Hyperion has adopted this broadcasting frequency to not only promote our products, but also acquire a Hyperion quality product to present. You are all strongly invited to the following presentation.
Dear Hyperion employees, and dearest Hyperion shareholders, Handsome Jack and the Hyperion Corporation would like to present you this newest of high-precision engineering. Employees be reminded, this presentation is a mandatory unpaid attendance. Your walk through those doors automatically accepted those terms. We at Hyperion present the conference call. This premium prototype doesn't just punch through non-Hyperion demographics in a straight line. It fires sideways mid-flight for maximum room synergy. Why optimize your kill efficiency when you can monopolize the entire floor plan? Early leavers will immediately become live demonstration targets. And so will your desk neighbors. Enjoy the show.
it feels great to finish a prop every time. Now I hold my most favorite shotgun in the game, and streaming the process also helps me learn too. There are some improvements I should have thought of before, like immediately including the wings on the sides, or not to glue on the scope so it'd be easier to work on. But I am still very happy about it, and I can focus on whatever I want to build next. Thank you very much for watching. This has been a monstrous amount of work, not only the prop itself but also the video and all the time it requires to now exist. I now have to think what to work on next. I also am planning to make more of such videos as well if they are going off well, so if you're interested, why not subscribe? Your support means the world to me right now, so I can continue working on such stuff. And of course, please stay healthy.